My bacon-wrapped turkey breast stuffed with pear hash. Let's get to it by starting with my brine. I've already added some sugar into my water here, and that's all a brine is sugar and salt. So salt goes in right here, and then if you want to get fancy with the brine, then you start adding a little bit more flavor. So I'm going to do some red chili flakes for a little bit of spice, and then I've got some sage and thyme here. So some sage in, and then to that I'm going to add some thyme. Now, all really a brine is kind of like a marinade. You can put this in the refrigerator for an hour or so, or you can do it overnight, but make sure when you do brine, you use kosher salt. All right, so here are the breasts I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and get these into my brine liquid here, skin on. And when you get them at the butcher, sometimes the tenderloin is still in there. It's kind of like a loose piece of the turkey right here. Just pull it right off, save it to the side for something else. We don't want it in the actual turkey breast though, because it makes it kind of hard to roll up at the end. All right, let me get this into the refrigerator just for about an hour or so. That's all you want to brine it for. But like I said, if you've got time, do it overnight. Makes it nice, moist, and very flavorful. All right, so I've got my shallot here. I'm gonna go ahead and mince it up, and then I've still got the thyme and the sage. If I'm gonna brine the turkey breast in it, why not stuff it with a little bit of that flavor as well? So I'm gonna chop up the herbs along with my shallot and get it ready for the saute. All right, so I've got the thyme, sage, shallots all chopped up and ready to go. I'm gonna get some butter into my pan now. I've already got preheated so I can saute them up. Just a couple of tablespoons. All right, those are in. I'm gonna move those around a little bit so nothing burns and everything gets lots of butter. Gonna get some salt on the situation and some red pepper flakes. So I'm just gonna peel my pears and get ready to go. Now make sure when you buy pears, you get the firm kind because this is gonna cook twice. We're gonna saute it in the pan and then also roll it up with the stuffing in the turkey breasts. I've got some walnuts I've gone ahead and given a chop to. I'm gonna use some of the walnuts in my pear stuffing. So remember I have my pear that I went ahead and diced and got really nice and tiny. The cool thing about a really firm pear is it's gonna hold its shape in the saute process. All right, now to this, I want to add some breadcrumbs, of course, in every stuffing. Got to have some kind of bread action. Don't do the Italian ones, though. Just the plain is good to go. And then to that, just to moisturize and hydrate it, I'm going to get some chicken stock out. Now, if you've got turkey stock, you know that's where you should really go for this. But chicken doesn't hurt at all. Just go ahead and pour some in. Eyeball it. What you're going for here is something that kind of brings everything together, but doesn't turn it into mush. Now I want to show you my turkey breasts here. When you get it like this, there might be that tenderloin in there. Just pull it right out. And then right in the center, you kind of want to make a cut and then start kind of fanning it out. Our goal here is to make it nice and flat so it's easy to roll. You're going to use some plastic wrap. It's going to kind of help you roll up your turkey breasts and secure it, make it nice and tight, so when you get it into the fridge for a rest and you bring it back out, it's going to be easy to twine up. There we go. Another strip. And this is going to wait for the next one. All right, here we go. I've got my turkey breast here. All I got to do now is get my stuffing into the center, roll it up, and get it ready to put into the refrigerator. All right, my breast is stuffed, rolled up. Now I've got to wrap it with bacon. All right, now this is perfectly rolled, stuffed, and wrapped with my bacon strips. I've got some paprika right here that I've got on the side. Now this is the key to making a really nice and tight roll, so when we get it out of the refrigerator, we can go ahead and twine it up. So I kind of like to do the same effect, pull the ends in, and then just roll it up really tight. I've got my cast iron pan here ready for the sear action. Just gonna get some oil down on it and show you how to do this. Now, the reason that I'm twining this up is because I want it to hold its shape. I've worked a long time on, rolling this up and putting it in the plastic, and then we put it into the refrigerator for about an hour so it can kind of just maintain its shape. So a nice tight tie right here does the trick. Cut off the excess. And that's it. Just gonna get these into my pan now for a nice sear. I've got my oven preheated now at 375 degrees. Turn that off. I love a cast iron. Now, the cooking time for this is about 60 minutes, but this is something that you really want to temperature check. So I suggest right around the 50-minute mark, you get your internal thermometer in there, and what you're looking for is an internal temperature of 160 degrees, and when you take it out and let it rest, it's going to have some carryover time, and the temp is going to come up for you. Look at that. Come on, isn't that pretty? I love this meal.